Alright everyone, this is a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. I'm going to be doing the front door replacement, which will also work for the back door. It's all the same. All I've got for the parts is the speaker plates. That'll give you the offset that you need for the window to roll down. I've also got kicker CS's. These are 6x9s for the front, 6 3/4 I believe for the rear. I did the CS series for both tweeters, this and the back. A Metra harness, the 72-8104. I'll leave a link to this in the bottom. The 2023 parts all work on the 2024 when it comes to speakers. The only thing that's different is the head unit. The speakers are all the same. I also love baffles. I don't think these are really necessarily, you don't need these. These are the only thing that don't come included when you buy the CS's on Crutchfield. They're, I think, like $7 a piece. I just went ahead and picked them up. And then you'll need a screwdriver and pry tools. You can get these for less than 20 bucks, 15 bucks at OReillys, and it comes in a big pack of them, and then I just have a normal screwdriver. First thing we got to do is there's a plate right here in between the lock. Right there. All you're going to do is going to pry up on this. And then that just pops right out, and then there's a Phillips right there. Then there's also that cover right there where you're going to take a flathead and just pop that up, and a Phillips is going to be underneath that. Those are the only 2 bolts that come out for this whole thing. There's one screw. I'm just going to put it in the cup holder. Then for the door, on the bottom, that's where you want to start prying, not towards the top. There is a little mount thing bracket right here that it sits on, so you just have to pry on the bottom and then lift up. So I'll just take this, find a spot towards the bottom, wedge that in there, and then I'm just going to pull, try to find where the button is. It's right there. It'll feel like you're breaking it, but you're not. And there's another one over here. There we go. So then that's loose on the bottom. And you'll just lift up. This one there, apparently. Lift up like that, and you can't put it down yet. Right here is the wires for the windows. So those are just pretty pull pin, or press the connector and pull. And then for the door handle, all you got to do is pull up, and then this ball comes out like that. Same thing on this one, just pull up, take the ball out, and then you take this, put it aside. So I'm just going to sit next to the door. So this is the door speaker right here. I have seen people use this adapter where they'll just cut out right here with a Dremel or any other tool really that you want to use to cut. I'm not going to do that. These are cheap enough. Well, they're free if you order the Kicker CS's. It comes with it. So all you're going to have to do is just take off this. That's the connector. And then the 4 screws. I'm just gonna put those in cup holder. This is gonna pop right off. There's a little bit of sealant that you have to pull off, but and then push up, pull the bottom out, comes right out. There's 2 tabs right there, and that's all the old speaker is. It's just like a paper, and then the magnet right there. So take this, grab a baffle. Grab the speakers. There's the speakers right there. It does come with a front grill. We're not going to use the grill because it'll be covered up by the door. That's the new speaker right there. It's got little marks on it. So it'll just sit right there. And there are 2 connectors on here. The adapter from Metra on Crutchfield will be able to plug into these, and you'll know which one you'll have to plug into because they'll be different size. So first I'm going to take the bracket. And the screws. I'll just line this up roughly where it needs to go. Right there. I would start on opposite corners because there are different cutouts for different speakers, so then if you get the 2, then it's a little bit easier to line up and see how much up, down, left, right you need. Then I can grab a screwdriver and tighten those the rest of the way down. So now that's tight. This will go right in here. For the speaker spacer, you will take the Metra adapter that comes in the kit if you buy the whole kit, or whatever, if you buy it individually, whatever. One through, the other one through, and then it'll plug into the back of the speaker, and then this will plug into the adapter outside the speaker. There is enough clearance for it to get in there. So on the last one I actually cut that thinking I needed to. You don't have to. It just fits, just fits right in there, through those right there. So pretty easy. So before we put the plate on, we're gonna go ahead and hook up this adapter. Doesn't matter which one, they're both the same in the pack. So you just connect that, and then this will sit kind of where it was, and the adapter plate will go on right there, and these will hang inside. Two of them started. Grab the O2. Line this up to where it needs to be. Makes it a little easier if you just start with 2. There you go. Get that last one in. Then just take a screwdriver wherever it went and tighten it down.
Make sure you don't pinch those wires up there.
So that's done. Then I'm going to take the baffle. We're obviously going to have to make a pass through on there for the baffle. I've seen people cut the whole way through. I don't know if you really need to. I'm going to cut about halfway down and maybe a 2-inch gap. So I'll just take a knife for that. Go ahead and slide through. Stuff cuts really easily. Then along the top. And that should come right out. And then those pass through there. And the baffle goes in. Then we'll take our speaker and your screws. So we'll need 4 of these. I think comes with, looks like comes with a couple extra. Gonna grab the speaker before you screw the screws in. You're gonna take this. These are labeled, or at least they were. Actually, they're not labeled. The connectors are different sizes, so you'll just figure out which connector goes to what. Obviously, one will not work because it's too small for the one connector. That is on, and this other one. And that one is, oh, they're good also. So then push that in. These wires back there. Make sure you don't pinch the wires in between the speaker and the baffle. Find some of the holes you've made. There's a little bit of play in the speaker so that you can move them left and right as you need. Let me go ahead and start that one with a screwdriver, just so it doesn't fall out on me. And then I'll keep supporting it and I'll find the hole for this one. That's not snug, but it's on there.
Just so I have enough room to mess with this as I need. Probably didn't need to pre-cut the holes. You know, I'm realizing they're not aligned.
Sorry, I'm kind of blocking a lot of the shots, but it's all pretty simple stuff. Trying to beat the sun. So these won't be super snug, like they won't bottom out or anything, but just get them tight when you start feeling tension. So all those are snug. It's not coming out. Then I'm actually just going to take my knife and kind of trim up around these. Nobody's gonna see this, but I just don't know if it's gonna interfere with the door at all. Or not the door, the door trim. That's that. Make sure that's got enough play in it. That's good. Then the door goes back on. As you can see, these are all the connectors. Or not connectors, you know what I'm talking about. So this ball is just going to go back in here. And then the piece that holds the tension on it just goes right back into its little, I guess you'd call it, where it lays. And I'll just double check if this is working. Seems to be. Go ahead and reconnect your power. And then find the little spot that it lays on. Go. And then pop all the spots around. That one's in. Feels like that's in. Feels like the rest of that's in. So then we'll take our screws. Make sure those are lined up. That's not quite lined up. Press in there. The one that goes in the compartment right here, and then the other one, and the door handle. Make sure that's snug. Take our two cover pieces. This one stays on here, so you can just pop that one right back in. That one in. And the last one. Move you guys down here. Open the door handle up, push that in. And that's it. There's nothing you got to do to the stereo itself, the actual head unit. You just got to repeat this on all four doors, and it's pretty much the same on both. Both have the screws here, and then the bottom, start on the bottom for the prying, lift up, and then disconnect and do the same thing for the spacers and the baffles. The one thing to note with these is I'm not installing a amplifier, at least yet. This is the same head unit that is used in the Harman Kardon edition, so I believe it'll be able to push these without distorting, at least better than what we were using. I think anything from these is an upgrade, even just crappy ones from Walmart. These things they're not even true 6x9s. I'm not even sure how big that is. Maybe like 5 inches. They're just weak. I did the tweeters last week, and even just doing the tweeters sounded a lot better than what was in there prior, which was these. These are the tweeters up on the dash. The only thing for these is you had to get the tweeter, the adapter. I use the same trim kit that I got for this. I just used the really small pry tool, pried up underneath it, and then I used 90-degree Phillips right here to be able to get under the windshield to get clearance to open it. For the tweeter, pretty much just get underneath this with a trim tool. I wouldn't use anything other than the trim tool, or else you're gonna it's called marring all the trim. Just get underneath this, pop up. I think I need to be more towards over here, and just pry, and eventually it will pop. If I can remember exactly where it was. There we go. So pop right there, and then there's another one up here. And then it just pops out right there. You don't have to be afraid to break it. These are only like 12 bucks if you do break them from Subaru. As you can tell, I kind of messed that up a tiny bit, but it still works. And then that is the kicker right there. So then these 2 screws, it comes right out. The adapter fits in there nicely. There's no room with clearance or hiding away that cabling. So, and that just pops right back on there. And press down. Good as new. If it'll focus. There we go. Pretty easy stuff. So, but like I said, there's that, and then the door that I need to clean up now. But yeah, I'll have the link to all these down here, all the parts for both the tweeters, front doors, and the back doors, and the list of tools you'll need. It's a pretty easy process. I wouldn't pay anybody to do it just because it's so easy. With the head unit and adding an amp, that'd be a different thing. But this is just too easy. So thanks. All right, everyone. So after I did the tweeters in the front door, I still haven't done the back doors. I ran out of time today just because it's getting cold and I'm losing sunlight. But I did try a few different genres. I tried some Suicide Boys, Alice in Chains, this Mako Road Band. It all sounds pretty good. I'm still kind of working out EQ settings on what I feel sounds the best. I can tell I was running at about 22 on here, and that was plenty loud for me. There was no distortion. I just did a 10-hour trip back in this thing just a couple days ago, and with the old speakers I was having to do high 20s just to get the same loudness out of these, out of the old ones. No vibrations as far as I can tell, except for the trim piece you have to take out of here. You can hear it when I tap it. So I'm going to take that back out at some point and either, I don't really want to use super glue, but I need something to kind of hold it in there. So I might try and find maybe some of that padding from the baffles and see if I can fit it in between there, or find something, because it's definitely noticeable, even just that. It's the only issue that I've found with vibration or this door. I was afraid with the clips taking this door off, either of them, clips coming loose or anything like that. I didn't notice anything at all, so it worked out pretty good. If anybody has any questions, just let me know. I'll keep an eye on the comments, and I'll be posting this on the Crosstrek subform on Reddit, so that everybody can see it. So if anybody has any questions, just direct message me either place, and I'll try to get back to you. The doors, as far as I can tell from manuals that I've read, are the exact same on the back than they are on the front. Just the different sizes and different plates. So shouldn't be any different than what we covered in this video. When I get to it, if I notice, then I'll probably just take this video completely down and add that in there, but that's about it. Now I got to clean up my mess. Got some food. When I went to go test play it, I didn't want to play it here in my neighborhood because didn't want to annoy the neighbors. But thank you guys for watching. Hope this helps, and have a good one.